Good morning. I'm Eli Juicy Jones. This is Orbital Vaping Headquarters, and you're watching VapeAM, the morning show for vape. Today is the West Coast Vape Expo recap. I just came back from the Coast Vape Expo. You can hear my voice is just recovered. I still have like the con flu from that. And we had a great time. I was there with VangoVapes. I met a ton of people. Come right back. We're going to talk about it, and you can ask questions. I'm going to go through my swag and show you what I got, and it's going to be a really good time. So check it out. It's VapeAM, West Coast Vape Expo stuff. I'm gonna summarize it and we're gonna talk about it today. Yeah. Good morning, everybody. This is Orbital Vaping Headquarters. I'm Eli Juicy Jones. This is where we're helping you stop smoking, start vaping, get old, be cool. That's what we're doing here. We're trying to get old. How are all you guys in the chat? Steven, Julie, Ryan, Chili, Vaping Computer Guy, Juicy Jones HQ. That's me. Thanks to me for coming and talking in my own chat. Neil Pariah, Andrew, Julie's here. Hey, Julie. And Z Kenzu. Hey, it's great to see you, man. He's driving to work. It's great to see everyone. Have a great one. We had a great time this weekend. We went to the West Coast Vape Expo in Pasco, Washington. And my God, so much stuff happened. It was a pretty great show. It didn't have gigantic people attendance, but it had a lot of good business to business type stuff, and I made a lot of good connections for the channel here. I met a lot of good friends, new friends, and I was able to meet the VangoVapes peeps for the first time in person, and we just all made fast friends and had a good time, and it was really fun. So I want to just summarize a few things and tell you guys some stuff, and you guys ask questions in the chat about stuff, and I'll just sort of go through day by day what we did. I'm going to put on my jacket because it's cool here in sunny Seattle, Washington in the wintertime. I want to thank everybody who tuned in and who tunes into this show for what you do. You watch us, you listen to us. We have a family. We all learn about this stuff together. This channel is a channel where we all learn together and we all pool our ideas and then we come up with conclusions, and that's what we think. And so this isn't just me being a condescending genius. This is all of us being a genius together talking about vape stuff. So I'm so excited. The West Coast Vape Expo. Oh, and don't forget to go to JUICYJONESHQ and you'll get updates on everything. I'm so sorry, but right this second, the website doesn't have this episode on it, but it will have the episode on there as soon as I get off and figure out why it isn't working. It won't be long. And so the West Coast Vape Expo was so great. Adam, the organizer of that, I want to thank him for doing such a good job, and it was really cool. We went and they rented out, I guess, a rodeo in Pasco. Trade shows in Seattle or in Washington State are kind of screwed up. We just passed a new law last year that lets vape happen inside of designated vape places, but there are some loopholes that the King County, the largest county in the entire country, is using to keep people from vaping inside of King County. So the next West Coast Vape Expo is in July 7 to 8 in Bremerton, Washington. Bremerton is right across Seattle in a short ferry ride across the water on the island. So that is going to be fantastic. Mark your calendar, July 7th and 8th. It's going to be really great. Vango is going to be the premier sponsor for that, and we're trying to do all kinds of great stuff there too. We had all kinds of brainstorming and things and good ideas for doing that. So I want to thank Adam for putting that thing on. And if you guys are interested, then you guys go and go to West Coast Vape Expo on Instagram. So we got to West Coast Vape Expo, and it was really great. The Vango guys invited me to come out and hang out with them and be at their booth, and it let me have a chance to sort of like be the destination for the first time. So this was the first time I got to go to a show, and I was actually one of the people who were, was an attraction guest. Kind of fun. Look at this amazing coffee cup that iJoy sent me. They sent me a naughty one and a nice one, and I'm using the nice one today because I feel nice. I want to thank Jade over at iJoy for sending these things. That was really sweet. I really love it. Okay. Yeah, everybody in the chat is saying they're sorry that I've got the flu. It's okay. I'm feeling okay, but I will have to recover a little bit more. I haven't followed up on some of these things too because I've just been dead in bed for 2 days. So I want to show you some of the swag that I've got. It's kind of got a lot. Oh, look at that stuff. I have all these things, and I also have an entire selection of the VangoVapes, everything on there that I'm going to give away. I'm going to pack up all this stuff, and we're going to do a 2018 or 2017 New Year's giveaway, and part of that is that I have 4 bottles of everything that VangoVapes gave away at the show right here in front of me. So it was killer. So and I'll just show you that too with my portable desk cam. Awkward. Hello. So these guys, I have 10 bottles. Vango, we went and set up the first day, and we got there, and it turns out it was really weird. It was in a rodeo, which is just really strange. Hi, James. James is in his car, so we can't read because he's driving. There were 10 flavors at the expo, and the two probably biggest flavors from Vango are Frozen Ophelia and Cactus Django, and these were there in full effect. And then I'll just try to put this thing up because it's sickening. The fruit flavors were Get 'em Grape, Bluegrass, the new Cherry, Cheeky Cherry, Cherry Cola, and Fruit Blast. And these are all absolutely fantastic. Fruit Blast is watermelon, kiwi, blueberry, and strawberry, which is really cool. And it's similar to the Cactus Django, except this doesn't have blueberry, and this has cactus and jackfruit and stuff. Talk about good. And the new International Delights line, the entire thing. New York cheesecake, Italian tiramisu, Eton mess, and Belgian waffles, which you guys all have seen on this show before. But these have all been reformulated and they're delicious. So there's 10 new flavors here. Here's my blue raspberry, a blueberry raspberry. There's 10 new flavors here that have been reformulated or are new. And we're also going to give away battery cases, t-shirts, fans, the whole 9 yards. I have one of every single thing we had at the show for everybody. I'm going to give away 4 prizes like that. Just about absolutely everything. Let me step through some of the stuff that I thought was cool. These are the things that like I went out and sought out because I was interested and I wanted to meet these people. And these are in no particular order whatsoever. I don't want anyone to think that any of this stuff is in any kind of order. But let's see. I want to start with the Stache vape because these guys were super nice. And I want to tell Chris Hendricks that I found your card, by the way. It was really funny because I went through and I had asked for another card and saddled up and asked for, it turns out that I had it. So I met Chris over at Stache Vapes and we tried these guys and they were really good. And so I'm going to get some of this kind of stuff and review it for you guys. And it is really good. These were super nice people. They have really cool flavors and a pretty good variety of them. They focus on good flavors and having fewer of them. And let's see, this one is a vanilla custard with praline, and it's absolutely insanely delicious. It's called Carousel. And the other one is a peach and strawberry, which I haven't actually tried yet, which is really good. I did try it briefly. I just don't remember, to be honest. And so these guys are really nice. I was really excited to meet them. Thanks to Chris for giving me these samples. And I'm going to email them and see what else we can do because they were super nice people, and I like them. Also, I want to talk about 5.0. I talked to Dan over at 5.0, and I love these guys. We've reviewed 5.0. You guys will all remember we did that last year in the spring or summer sometime, something like that. And when we did that, we had all the flavors, which they still have, but now they have a brand new line that just came out, the Fire line. And this one is a candy apple, and this one is a Kiwi Strawberry. And so I haven't even tried these yet. I'm super excited. I've got these. I got 5.0. I love these guys. So we're going to see more of 5.0 because I've met them in person now, and I'm super excited about that. So that is really, really cool. And by the way, if you're watching this and you're interested or you have questions or anything else, be sure to just put a question in the chat. If you're watching the replay, put a question down there in the replay. Be sure to click the like button and subscribe and share these videos if you like them, guys. If you're watching live, go ahead and do that now because that sure helps us out a lot as a channel. And I want to remind you guys that you can always donate with PayPal or clicking on the Super Chat link if you want to make a donation to the channel. Everybody who does that is awesome. And I'll shout you out and I love you forever. And you go on a list of people who get preferred treatment on stuff like when my girlfriend knits hats and stuff like that. So, and pretty soon we're going to have flat out prizes for people who give money to the channel for certain amounts with one of those hats. It'll be a lot because the hats are hard to make. Anyway, I love you guys and thank you so much. So I really dig the 5.0 guys and they're nice people and I like the other 5.0 liquid I got. And so, ding, this I went over immediately and saw those guys and I wanted to see it. Also, one of my favorite outfits in the world. You guys will remember Letiza. my friend Kyle. And Kyle is over on the peninsula, if you remember Gudjuicevape. Gudjuicevape. And Gudjuicevape had a flavor called Letizia, which was a delicious vanilla cake. And now they have blueberry and guava, I think. I can't read that word right there, but I'm pretty sure it's guava and regular Letizia. And I cannot wait to tell you guys about these. I got these. I love Kyle. Kyle just came to the show. He's out here. We have a lot of good stuff that we're planning together. And he's awesome. And I'm going to be able to link these guys to you on the blog entry and everything. But I love these vapes. I've tried them all now, and they're really delicious. And they've been reformulated to have no gunk. They switched to a no gunk formula. They used to gunk up quite a bit on the coils, even though they were delicious. It's because of some crystals and stuff. Next, these are great. I want to tell you guys about CBDelights. CBDelights are a CBD line that is, and if you guys don't know, CBD is non-intoxicating cannabinoid. This is a non-intoxicating cannabinoid. This is not weed. This is CBD. This is for pain killing and anxiety relief and depression and things like that. And so I got 2 flavors of this. I'm going to try this out. I tasted these already, and the only extraction that I've had of this stuff until now that was this good is Coil. So this stuff was really good. This is going to be a contender, I think, and I'm going to try this, check it out. And I met Joe at CBDelights, and he was the nicest guy. He believes in helping people. He believes in pure extractions. He's right here in Oregon, local guy. I love this guy, and it was really nice to meet him. And I can't wait to find out some more and try these more and tell you guys about him as well, because I think that's great. Also, I got a bottle of e-liquid from the Pink Lung Brigade because I love the Pink Lung Brigade, and these guys do important advocacy work. So go out and get some Pinky Swear. They were at there. They had a shop. They had a booth at the exhibition, and it was really great. Also, I went over to the Mama-san booth, and the Mama-san booth had, of course, a complete booth there. But do you guys remember last year? This is the one. They gave me one of the ones that we all talked about that you guys wanted me to try. You guys told me to try the taro. You told me a million times. And I finally saw them, and here it is, and we're going to try the taro. So it's delicious, of course. I vaped some of this. It's absolutely fantastic. You guys were totally right. I completely adore this stuff. And I'll tell you all about it. But I like these guys. They were really nice. Thank you to them for giving me this thing. That is cool. I also went over to this really cool outfit. Look at this. The Barista Brew Company. And so you think it would make sense for somebody in Seattle to know the Barista Brew Company. I had never met these guys before, but they have several, 5 or 6. I can't remember the exact number, 5 or 6 really good flavors. I tried them all. They're high quality. These guys are out of San Jose, but they have the Seattle Barista Brew style thing, and it comes in a travel mug, if you choose, with a handhold thing and the liquid in there. And so this is a pretty cool gimmick, and the logo stays on. It appears on the back when you put coffee in it. So this is a really cool thing. It isn't just a gimmick either. They have good e-liquid, and these people are extremely nice. I spoke to Joe LaRosa over at Barista Brew. There's a picture of his card. It's really cool in metal. And I tell you, he has a great vapor story. We're going to get him on the channel. We're going to talk to him. Like, oh, no, what am I saying? No, he can't do that. But he had a beautiful vapor story, and it was absolutely fantastic. He is recovering from some health problems related to smoking, like a lot of us are. And I love that guy, and it was a great time, and it was great to meet him and all those guys, Adam and him. And I'm so sorry I forgot the third fellow's name. I feel a little bit guilty now, but they were super nice fellows. I really enjoyed them, and I can't wait to try this stuff a little bit more in depth. I need to sit down and really try these guys, you know, kind of like quietly myself, thinking about it over a few days. I haven't had time to do that. And thanks to Brady Beer for putting in the link to the Guide to Vaping. And there's a Guide to Vaping 2017. Make sure you click on that link. Let me just do this. I'll give you a whole... 2 things just happened, Brady. Brady, I made you a moderator. And don't forget to put in the whole URL, which I'm going to put right here. Hey, Owen Ginter, it's so great. Absolutely, I'm so thrilled to see you. I was thinking about you yesterday. I just conjured you up, buddy. Owen, tell me. Did you change your Instagram name? Because I tried to tag you yesterday, and I thought maybe you did. So anyway, give me a note. Maybe DM me or something. Because obviously you're here and everything. It looked like you went to a family style. Totally cool. Okay, also, so So what was that? That was the guys at Barista Brew. The guys at Barista Brew are great. They're cool. Can't wait to talk to them some more. This is Sweet Lips Vapes, and the guys at Sweet Lips Vapes are so nice. The guys and gals, I should say, obviously. Michelle and Donna are the ones that I dealt with who were super nice from these guys. And of course, the owner, and I am so sorry, but I feel bad because I can't remember his name. He didn't give me a card. And I talked to him 82 times. And I just feel bad now. So anyway, it isn't a huge deal. I'll be able to look that up in like 3 seconds. It's one of those things in the morning where I just spaced it. I'm sorry. So anyway, he's a super nice guy. I met him 2.5 years, no, 2 years ago at the other vape show. It was in Seattle a long time ago. So I got the whole line. We're going to try these. They're good. I sat and tried them all with Michelle and Donna. And we had a good time. They were super nice gals, and I liked them a lot. And we're gonna do all these together, everybody. And somebody just clicked that link and it doesn't work. Oh, how about that? That's okay. I'm just checking the link that we just clicked into the thing. For some reason, that one wasn't working, but this one will work. All right. So I'm excited about Gudjuicevape. I'm excited about knowing them. Excited about seeing them again. Very excited. These are the Vango flavors. There's 10 of these. I have t-shirts and everything. We're going to do a 2018 prize. It is astonishing how well all these went over. These are the reformulated International Delights. These all went off great. You guys already know almost all about these from the channel, but of course I will go over them again when I go over each of them. I'm going to go over all the reformulations, you know, in individual episodes, probably one batch at a time, and that'll be cool. The bluegrass came off great. The cherry cola is about, it's a preference thing. Some people love this, some people hate it, but it's cherry cola. And I personally, me, it's a little bit like makeup, but I saw dozens of people vape this and go, wow, it's amazing. Fruity Blast, super grapefruit, little blueberry in there. And then, of course, the bluegrass and the grape cream grape. I'm sorry, the grape, get 'em gripe. And it's drank, by the way, not drink. And so the last thing I got in my samples that I went out and got was the full TVL line. TVL was the premier sponsor of the show. So I went out and I got the full TVL line. And I had just never tried them before. I wanted to see what all the tricksters are sitting there sucking on, glorping on all the time. And so I'm going to find out for myself. I have vaped a whole Cleto tank of the blueberry yogurt, and it was boring, but it was unoffensive. It was good. Tasted like light blueberry. It was good. So right now, let's just take a little tiny break and say, I'm Eli Juicy Jones. This is Orbital Vaping Headquarters. If you just joined us, we're going through my swag bag from the West Coast Vape Expo. And don't forget to click like and subscribe. We're here every Wednesday and every Saturday, 6 a.m. Wednesdays, 8 a.m. Saturdays. All the schedules are on JUICYJonesHQ.com. And so right now, we just came back from the West Coast Vape Expo, and you can hear that I'm recovering from the convention flu, from all the germs and just all the exertion and everything. And we're going through all of my swag bags. So thank you for tuning in. Thanks everyone in the audience who's tuning in. Luther, Crazy Cook, Andrew, Brady Beers here. We got a new link to the guide to vaping thing. And Neil Pry, great to see you. Shattered Clouds. Hey, Shattered Clouds, that's our friend. Oh my God, you guys, Shattered Clouds is so cool. I met these, and I haven't gotten to the personal part yet. We're just talking about gear. I was going to go over the personal part of all of our bonding and stuff in just a minute, because I know people will take a second to tune in. I just want to shout out a couple of people that I met that were cool, that I just enjoyed. And one of them is, I want to shout out to Margot and, yeah, Jamie Newell, whom I didn't meet, but I met Margot and Bree from Cloud 509 Vapor. And Cloud 509 Vapor is 3 vape stores in and around Pasco, and these gals are great. Female-owned, 3 vape stores, lots of good employees, girls who vape, love this, love them. Going to talk to them some more about doing the West Coast Vape Expo 2018 stuff in Bremerton, and I'm just so excited. These are great gals. Can't wait to follow up with them and talk to them some more. Of course, Joe from Barista Brew Co. Go check out Barista Brew Co. Soon we'll have some advertisements maybe and some discount codes for you guys for these things. You guys want to try them? Island Vapor, Jake from Modified Vapor. These guys, absolutely great. Super nice. I'm getting to something, by the way. I'm getting to something. Don't forget, obviously, VangoVapes are always in our hearts. And we saw, I forgot that we saw an outfit called Rebel Kings. And Rebel Kings was a surprisingly good e-liquid out of San Jose, California. That's all black and white Kings logos, black and gold. It has kind of that, like a little bit of the like Asian black and gold culture look to it. And we were all super surprised and shocked. Like the liquid was really good. So I'm going to check that stuff out. I'm going to try to get some of that stuff for you guys to try out. What else did I miss, guys? We got this, we got the TVL. Okay, hardware. So there wasn't tons of hardware at the show. TVL had a new mod, but frankly, I'm not impressed by anything TVL does because I believe, no offense to anybody there, I believe that as a company, they're lazy and they think they made the right thing 3 years ago and they aren't doing anything else. They've spun off a third-party company. The Sun has his own mod line now. It's still part of TVL. And they're good, but they're 18650. They're coming in 2700 soon. I told him that I'll buy one, and when they're 2700, and I cracked up when I looked at his face. I don't think anyone had ever told that kid no ever before in his life. I was like, no, I don't want it. No, this ought to be the last 18650 mod you buy. No, the last 18650 mod I bought was my Noisy Cricket 225, which I'm trying to put my hands on. It's right here somewhere. My Noisy Cricket 2 a year ago. Like I'll buy one of those when they're 2700. Call me. Here's my card. You know. So, it cracked me up. He really was like no, but everyone comes up to him and goes, "How much? Oh, I wish I could afford it." And I was like, I do not want that at all until it's 2700. I don't care if it's fucking solid gold or if it does my laundry. It doesn't matter. That's what a line is. I told everyone at the show. So, but they were beautiful and they had bulbs on the end and they felt great. Had big soft buttons. They were good. They were really good. All kinds of nice colors. Really liked those. The TVL won the best mod of the show, which whatever, no big deal. Of course they did because they're TVL, but they weren't the best mod of the show. And probably the best mod of the show would have been, there wasn't a lot of hardware. There were a lot of good ones. Dragon Mods had great, beautiful mods too. They were absolutely fantastic, and a few other people. For me, the big exciting thing in the show about hardware was Aspire. And I want to talk about Aspire just for 1 second here. Aspire has got a new tank. And I am normally, you guys know that I met Harry, Ivazian. Yeah, Ivazian. I think he's Armenian, like my girlfriend. I met these guys at the show and I saw the new tank. It's called the REVVO tank. You guys look on my Instagram, look at the picture I saw. You're going to see this. I'm going to get it right away. I'm writing a blog post about how it works. Frequent viewers to the channel already know that I fully understand all of the little scientific principles. No, not fully understand. I'm not like a genius, but I do understand. I fully understand atomizers, but I understand at least enough the science principles behind the RDTAs and RTAs and all of these devices to tell you that the new tank from Aspire is going to function very well. Now, I've tasted it, I've tried it, I've touched it, but they only had 2 at the entire show, and they don't even arrive in the United States until till next Monday. So at this point, we're waiting to get one of those from Aspire. We're going to get them. We're going to go through them. But I'm pretty convinced that this is a revolutionary tank. What I'm going to do is I'm going to take it and vape it next to the Cleto 120 for about a month. And we're going to see how that works. Tell me how many of you guys in the audience have Cleto 120s and how many of you guys are interested. I don't know all of you who have seen it, but I do know that I looked at this thing, and it's the first time literally in over a year that I've looked at something since I saw the 2700 batteries, and before that the Goon, before that the Avocado. So those are the things on this channel that matter. Those 4 things were the big milestones in vaping in the last. Before that was the Velocity Tech, so and maybe DNA chips. This is going to be at least an evolutionary thing, and I think revolutionary. They've taken an RDTA, and then on the top, they just put a flat disc coil. It's got cotton and disc, like a stovetop, but it's stamped. I forgot the chip coil, but it's a stamped disc, and then it's got cotton and then it sits on top, and it has a fill system so that you take your needles and you stick them right down on there, and it fills it up. It doesn't leak, it says. Remember, all these are claims, and I saw them demonstrate it, but until I get it in my hands, I'm not endorsing this. I'm only saying it looks absolutely amazing, and I'm super excited. I never get excited, so you guys tell me. There's Shattered Clouds. I miss you, man, too. We had a great time. So Aspire is going to be so great this year if this tank turns out great. They also have a couple of new mods that look really good. And I don't think everyone knows this, but they're going to update. They're going to have another tank this year that uses the Nautilus BBC coil. And I'm assuming that's a Nautilus 3 that's got top fill and stuff. Just saying, little scoop. No details. So I want to show you guys, I guess in my mind, about all the people stuff. First of all, let's talk about what a great time we had with people. I personally had just a transformative, amazing time meeting the Vango guys and meeting Shattered Clouds, meeting back to the 503, who is his partner. These guys are partners in a little media enterprise called Nameless Inc. So follow them on Instagram, Nameless Inc. if you want to. But Shattered Clouds is right here. He's a tricker. I don't know if that's insulting if I call you that, but every time I look over at you, you were doing O's and jellyfish, and it was so funny because we all bonded, made fast friends. We had barbecues every night. The guys at VangoVapes rented an Airbnb, and there's such a tight-knit family. It is amazing. They made me feel so welcome and so included, and so they made me feel like an absolute rock star, even though this is the first time that I was the attraction at one of these shows. They're the ones that made that happen. They're the ones who said, hell yes, come up, stay in our house. You're the man. You're in. Come on, let's do it. We love you. So I love them. They're such nice guys. And I only had to ask, and they were just like shoveling help and affection and everything on me. So they're really nice, and they're not just me either. They're that way with everybody who deserves it, pretty much. And they're such great people. I met Shattered Clouds and Back to the 503. I met Hugs and Shattered Clouds remind me, Handshakes and Hugs. Handshakes and Hugs is Steven, great guy, media consultant guy also. I met oh, I feel so bad because now I'm just sort of drawing a total blank because I'm under pressure now. But in the crowd that were staying at the Airbnb, JUICYJONESHQ came with me too, and Joe and I bonded like a lot. We're going to do some shows. Joe and I are going to do a group review show like we used to do with Skeletor and those guys. That's coming back. We're doing it again. You're going to see it right here. It's going to be great next few months. Hey, there's Carp Vapor TVs. Great to see you. And so we're going to, so anyway, I'm really excited. I was just really excited to meet all those guys. We had a really great time. I personally had a good time meeting everybody, and we really sort of super bonded. Also, subohmsapper came both days, and he stuck around long enough to where he actually came and had barbecue with us at the house too, which was really nice. And if you haven't followed my Instagram, do that. It's Instagram/JUICYJONESHQ. And if you do that, you'll find all the stuff updated about the West Coast Vape Expo. And forgive me because my Instagram is soft banned because I came back from the expo and we did so much stuff that they think I'm a bot or something. I don't know what's going on. It's pretty funny. I'm trying to find one of my graphics. There we go. Oh, I got a bumper. No. There it is. JJHQ. Oh, finally. All right. Let me just see everyone who was there. Okay. So, and I have a little bit more footage. I didn't get enough footage of Shattered Clouds doing his thing. Unfortunately, I wish I did. But every time I freaking looked over, the dude was blowing a jellyfish, and I pulled my phone out, and he was like, I'm done. I mean, the air would blow or whatever. And they were taking off, and so I only got one little video. But we'll do it again, and we'll team up for some kind of collaboration with them. Maybe I'll go down there, and we'll hit some vape stores, or maybe we'll meet up in Olympia, or I don't know. They're up here all the time too, so it's great. I met up with dizzevapes. Dizzevapes was there. It was so great to see him. Oops. I couldn't believe this guy came from so far off and stayed so long, hung out. I was happy to see him, happy he was there. I tried to give him some juice and a shirt and stuff. Really cool guy. Thank you so much for coming out. That right there is back to the 502 that we just saw. I guess I'm just a little bit lazy to put the actual display up. That is our friend subohmsapper right there doing his thing, hung out with us, ex-army guy, ex-smoker, great guy. We really had a good time. We got a whole group of the crew. I also have pictures of Joseph, which I haven't posted yet. My friend Joseph, who had the Vango shirt, we met him there. He was great. You're going to see your picture on here pretty soon. Hey, Steven. Great to see you. And So that was just a fantastic time. I can't tell you what a great tight-knit community we are, and we all just sort of hit it off, and we have a lot more going on. So the West Coast Vape Expo 2018 is going to feature VangoVapes as a premier sponsor, and we're working with West Coast Vape Expo and with VangoVapes. I say we, but I mean me, are working with them to try to help promote that. And I'm also going to try to get a little Juicy Jones HQ logo on that banner, and we're going to try to do a booth. We'd like to do. I want to know what your ideas are. If you guys have ideas for cons, things that haven't been done before, we'd like to make it a little bit different. So in the comments or anything else, leave comments and tell us what you think about what the show should be like, and maybe some different ideas besides just girls in bikinis, because it's going to be hopefully a no bikini show. We're going to try to make this a no titty show, to make it more equal. I want to do a girls who vape booth that features women and woman vapors doing whatever they want to do. I'm not going to tell them what to do. I have a lot of cool ideas about what might be cool, like colored lights and whatever, but that'd be cool. I'd like to do a social media booth that takes some of the social media promoters and influencers and gives them time bands and lets us have 3 at a time in there, and you can come and you know that your guy's going to be there at 7 o'clock on Thursday. Shattered Clouds, a booth, and we're going to live stream the show. That's going to happen. That's going to happen. And my idea is that we do a pre-questionnaire, and we send out questionnaires to the owners of the companies, and they answer a few questions, and then I do a little 10 or 15 minute, like a tight 10, get up there, do it, and we record those and get a thing. And then I'll do an actual show where maybe have a few people up, have Van Gogh and the West Coast Vape Expo guys, and talk about doing a con. Like, I think that'd be really cool if we did that. So that's going to happen. We're doing a live thing. I'm going to look into rentals, but it doesn't have to be janky, so it actually works. And that, you're reading my mind, friend. And we can probably collaborate and all that stuff. It's going to require a lot of footwork and stuff and a lot of money. So we're going to have to raise money, run around, helping people. It's going to be good. So what else? The whole place was in a rodeo, which was weird. The trick comp was great. I can't remember any of the names of the people from the trick comp, but I want to thank Viper Vapor and those guys. The guy that won the trick comp won $1,000, and he was absolutely killer. Stephen, yes, Roy Moore lost. I want to thank everybody in Alabama today for voting for America instead of politics. I really want to, I mean that sincerely. Every single person, doesn't matter who, everyone in Alabama, thank you for going with America. Appreciate it. So, yeah, a tight 10, Shattered Clouds. That's what I want to do. Yeah, good. We'll talk about that. That'd be great. So Shattered Clouds is in the chat. He's saying, oh yeah, it's a good idea. Can't wait. I'll be there. So we're going to collaborate on that stuff. That'll be really fun. Like I said, all of you tell me what your ideas or things at vape shows are. You can tell me anywhere. Email juicyjones@gmail.com. Go to juicyjoneshq.com. And you can always tell me that too. Let me get out of this view so I'm not confused. There we go. I'm back. Shattered Cloud says the venue has to be different, and it is. And the venue is beautiful. It's a new convention center right on the water. You can see it from the thing. Bremerton is absolutely beautiful, and I'm telling you guys, start saving the date. Soon we'll have confirmations about all the bookings and everything, and then you can book your hotels and tickets. But it is so beautiful in Seattle in July. I can't tell you. It's going to be absolutely mind-blowing. And we're going to be able to like get on a ferry, go back to Seattle, party, and then come back to Bremerton and hang out. Heck, I have a car. Anyway, it's going to be good. Be sure you tune in. And I'm going to do don't forget, even though this is my year, I'm going to grow this year. But I want all of you to know that I am still going to have a place for you, my viewer, if you come to that show, there'll be a place for you to come see me. I'm going to make that happen somehow. Even if it's just one couch sitting next to someone else's booth, it's going to be that. It's going to have my thing, and it's going to say, you're welcome here. Because I love you guys, and I wouldn't be here without you. There wouldn't be anything going on in here without you, because we got to get old, we got to get cool, we got to stop smoking, and we have to start vaping. That's what everyone should do. So right now, I just want to have, that's basically the end of the show, but let's have a few minutes of chat, just us in the chat. I'm going to sort of make this officially over for the video. Hi, thanks for tuning in. I'm Eli Juicy Jones. This has been my little recap of the West Coast Vape Expo. It's just shattered, but I want you to like and subscribe. Click on the subscribe button. Share this with your friends. Tell everyone about Juicy Jones HQ. And get old. Be cool. Stop smoking. Start vaping. See, now I can just chop that off later on if I want to. So I love you guys. We're not tuning out for another. We have at least 5 minutes. So at least 5 minutes, my friends, to hang out, say whatever you're going to say. We're going to have a little fun here. I'm going to take the pressure off of myself from talking here and just kind of read. Venue's got to be different. It's in July. Yeah, it's in July. And let's talk Shattered Clouds. Shattered Clouds is talking about event planning. Let's talk about that because I am going to have a part. Yeah, I'm going to do the same thing. So we should just talk off. We should just like get together and talk for an hour sometime, maybe on Skype or something, and just like see what ideas bounce around because I got a bunch of ideas too. And we're all so close, we could do stuff, and then good. Who else? Steven, it's great to see you. Owen Ginter, it's great. So Owen picked up the Zeus RTA. That's cool. I've seen that before. I haven't got it yet, but I definitely saw it, and that's awesome. Cart Paper TV, thanks a lot from the UK. I love our international audience. We have an international audience, lots of Canadians, lots of UK, lots of US, lots of Europe, Indonesia, Malaysia, Australia, Hong Kong, Japan, Russia, China, you name it. I love all of you. I think it's great. I'm just going through the chat here. Cool. Well, Owen, Owen, I guess what I'm getting at is you need to tell me how to reach you on Instagram. So if you don't, I won't share it if you want, but surely you'd want me to be friends with you personally, right? I assume. But so you didn't. I don't know the new address. Let's see. That's Brady saying, please vote for me for the best of 2017. Please do that. Please vote for me for the best of 2017. There's a link in the description of this video, and if there isn't, there will be in a few minutes when I finish this video and go through and share it. And I just want to thank everybody who tuned in. You guys are just the best. Okay. Yeah, Shadow Clouds. My name on Skype is Juicy Jones. And I think we're already friends on Facebook, but you can find me there. Yeah. So what about you guys? Have you guys ever been to shows? This was only my second show that I've been to for vaping. I've been to dozens of vape shows or trade shows. In fact, I used to work for the Carpenters Union, where we used to be the people who assembled all of the trade show booths and those. Jason Kennedy, tell us about yourself, favorite movies, TV shows, and whatnot. I am originally from Dallas. I was trained as a musician. I went to music school. I was going to be a professional cellist. I went to a very, very, very famous music school. A lot of my high school friends are extremely famous. This is one reason why I don't think that Rip Trippers or Daniel or any of those guys are famous. I think that those numbers next to their name on the subs button means nothing. What matters is the quality of the information that we share and the strength of the bond of our community and how many people quit smoke. That's all I care about. I don't look at the sub numbers because I don't care. We've grown. We're going to keep growing. It's going to keep happening because that's what we care about. We want to get old. We want to be cool. We want to stop smoking. We want to start vaping. That's what we do here. I moved up to Seattle for grunge after music school. During music school, I actually learned about computers. I got my first computer when I was about 9 years old. It was called an Apple II. Apple IIe. It was 1979 or 1980. And I think it was a 2E. And I just went crazy with that. I got into early graphic art stuff, and I was using all of the crazy software that came out early. And so I was an early adopter of the Macintosh, of the GUI, of desktop publishing. I was doing professional desktop publishing work before I even graduated from high school in 1989. I moved to Seattle for grunge, and I went to work in Dallas as a professional 2D graphic artist working in print services, doing separations, trapping, and all kinds of other stuff. I was the troubleshooter on the image setters, and we were not film for 5-color lithography. I made trading cards. I made a trading card. A lot of them you probably bought with film. I did a whole ton of stuff. And then I moved to Seattle for grunge. And in Seattle, I worked at Nordstrom and at that old place who used to mail order stuff out in Issaquah and a whole bunch of other places. I finally kind of burnt out a little bit. I was kind of young. I was making a lot of money being really young, not knowing what I was doing. And I went and I started making coffee because coffee was cool. And when you made it, someone drank it and you saw right then whether it was good or not. And I loved that. So I made coffee for years and years, worked in wholesale coffee, retail, the snowboarding junkie. Then I went around in the mid 90s, I started working in graphic art seriously again. And I flew back to Dallas for a couple of years and I worked with some seriously amazing stuff, award winning. I was flying to New York to win awards. It was like, we had Herman Miller, we had id Software. If any of you play Quake, our agency, Focus 2, designed the Quake 3 logo and all of everything for them, actually for 10 years or something. And the company for 10 years. I was there for 4. Then we spun off an internet company and we had Herman Miller, their first website, We had a whole bunch of people. id Software, just Neiman Marcus. We had that before. People were flying in from California to my office, just showing up. Hi, can we see Eli Juicy Jones? How do you do this? I would hear that. The gal from Macromedia, Diana Smedley, whom I missed, she was a nice gal, came from Macromedia and said, how do you do it? And they put me on the steering committee for their software, and it was cool. And then I had sort of another little, actually, no, that's not true. Then I moved to Denver, and then I started working as the global manager of interactive solutions for Level 3. Level 3 is a very big fiber company. And I seriously burned out. And that was one of those jobs where you fly to Europe. I had a person in London, a person in Brussels, a person in Paris, a person in Frankfurt, a person in Amsterdam, 3 people in Denver. And it was, the visiting and all the things. And the big company and all the infighting and the politics. And, my boss was a total prick. And so I had a serious burnout. Like, I got an HR letter that said that, Eli was overheard in a meeting saying that the current project is, quote, a bunch of monkeys fucking a football, end quote. And I said, yeah, that's true. And I would still say that. It was a bunch of monkeys fucking a football. So I don't belong in big companies. I left. I came back to Seattle, and I started working with my buddy. We built a house just in our spare time. I did more wholesale coffee work with my friend at Cafe Vita for years and years and years and years. I did wholesale coffee and retail. So we trained people, did barista work, opened stores, delivered coffee, did orders. I mean, everything in that entire operation I did, except for the hardcore sales and hardware maintenance. And I didn't roast anything myself personally. And then after that, I did more software work, went to work for a few software companies doing all, whatever, just web work. I've always done professional web consulting, always. And around 2012, 2011, 2012, I started quitting smoking again. And I did it with the hookah, with the lozenges, with my little pen and everything. And none of that stuff worked. I finally graduated to a better battery and an Aspire tank. And then it was just on from there. Once I discovered 18650s, it was absolutely insane. So I've been doing this for 2.5 years. This is Juicy Jones HQ. 2.5 years of this. We've got 200 episodes of VapeAM and Vaping Dawn to Dusk in the Can. Wednesday mornings, I do tech stuff, personal stuff, this stuff. Saturday mornings, we have interviews and sometimes reviews. And reviews here sometimes too. So that's me. That's me in a nutshell right there. It's my life story. I have a ton of famous friends, but I'm the one who didn't succeed as much. I have done literally every job that there is to do almost in the world. I have fished in Alaska. When my mother died in the 90s, I went to Alaska and I fished on one of those things for about 6 weeks until I broke my back. And then I went back to Seattle to recover. And I have a bad back for life now. And, I'm sure I forgot a bunch of stuff. Is that what you wanted to know? I hope so. I hope I didn't bore you with that terrible story. Shattered Clouds. I did stuff for game design. Not game design. We were designers that the game company hired us to do their identity and the logo. So one day we got a call saying, id Software is coming next week. And we were like, what? And then we showed them our work. And they had seen other design companies. And I know for a fact, they told me later that John Carmack walked out of the door, shut the door, and said, that's them. Because we were so impressive. One day I'll tell you guys that story. It's amazing. James said the gum in the patch made him sick, didn't like it. Yeah, vaping is twice as effective as the closest next way to quit smoking. Vaping is the greatest way to quit smoking in the world. So it's pretty great. So it's getting on time. It's 49 minutes. I've got to get to work here in just a few minutes. I love all you guys. I'm Juicy Jones. This is Orbital Vaping Headquarters, high in orbit above Seattle, Washington. Click like, click subscribe, and everybody out there, have a great day. Thank you so much. Everybody, what is it? I have a new catchphrase, and we're going to use this over and over, and it's from a Neil Young lyric, so it's fucking cool, and it's get old, be cool, stop smoking, start vaping. Thank you.